Hello! Welcome all to Cooking with Mavi. In today's video, I will show you how to make Arroz Congris, which is a typical Caribbean dish that is made by cooking the rice and black beans all together. Aside from that, I will show you 3 tasty variations that can accompany a Congris. The ingredients we will need are black beans, green pepper, onion, garlic, sweet chili pepper, not habanero, chives, oil, garlic salt, bay leaves, ground cumin, cooking wine, vinegar, rice, sugar, and salt. We will start by pouring in black beans into a digital pressure cooker. To measure, I use a can of condensed milk. We will pour in 1 can of black beans to our pressure cooker. Then we will wash the beans and add in water to half of the pressure cooker's water limit. As seen, I have already washed the beans and added water to our pressure cooker. Now we will add in a piece of green pepper. The purpose of this pepper is to give the beans a typical flavor while the beans are softening. This pepper will later be disposed of. Now we will turn on our cooker to the option labeled beans to allow the beans to soften. Once the beans are done softening, we will open the vent to allow air to escape. Then we will open our cooker and pass only the beans to a rice cooker. I must emphasize that only the beans should be taken out, not the water just yet. Be very careful when performing this step as the cooker is hot. For greater protection, use oven mitts. At this point, you may dispose of the green pepper. I have finished passing the beans to a rice cooker. Now, what we will do is add in the amount of rice we wish to make, but in water from the beans. If we are going to make 2 cups of rice, we must add in 2 cups of water. For this video, I have decided to make 2 cans of rice, so I must add 2 cans of water from the beans. My followers, so that you don't feel disappointed because the rice ends up sticky, there are a few secrets. The most important of these is that we have the correct amount of water added. If we add in too much water, the congris will be very sticky. On the other hand, if less than the needed water is added, the rice will end up hard. That's why it is important to add in the correct amount of water. I personally do not throw away the water in which the beans was previously softened in. If at the end I see that the congris needs more water because it is hard, I add in a little bit of water from the beans. If we see that the congris is getting sticky, we can add in a little bit of lard. This gives the congris an own flavor to the Caribbean food, especially the Cuban kitchen, which uses lard and the pork meat in the majority of their dishes. Now we will make seasoning made up of green pepper, garlic, onion, chives, and sweet chili pepper, not habanero. The difference between the two is that the regular sweet chili pepper is not spicy, while the habanero is. Then we will grind these seasoning. In a congris, the sweet chili pepper is for a unique and typical taste in the Caribbean area. Then, in a frying pan, we will stir fry the seasoning. We will add oil, garlic salt, 1 bay leaf, ground cumin, and the grinded seasoning to a frying pan. Then we will allow these seasoning to stir fry. It will take from 5 to 7 minutes for the content in the frying pan to finish stir-frying. The smell as well as the appearance will indicate when the seasoning has finished stir-frying.
Now we will pour in the fried seasoning, cooking wine, vinegar, a little bit of sugar, and salt to taste in a rice cooker. The cooking wine, the vinegar, and the little bit of sugar are secrets from my family that aren't usually added in a Congris, but that I personally like to add it because I like the flavor it gives the Congris. The little bit of sugar is to attenuate a slightly rancid flavor that tends to have the black beans used in a Congris. The last step is pouring in the rice. We will pour in the amount of rice we wish to make in our rice cooker. This should coincide with the amount of water in the rice cooker. Like I explained earlier, it is very important that there is the same measurement of water as there is to rice in a Congris, to avoid the Congris from being hard or sticky. I always wash the rice before using it. When washing the rice, we must strain all the water so that there isn't any water by the time we add it in the rice cooker. Before putting the Congris to cook in our rice cooker, we must try the water to see if more salt is necessary. If that is the case, add more salt to taste. Now, we will turn on our rice cooker to the option labeled white rice. Once done, we will open our rice cooker and stir the whole Congris with a fork. It didn't happen to me, but in case that your rice is too hard, as I explained earlier, add more water from where the beans softened. If it is sticky, add lard for a more exquisite flavor. My Congris is perfectly fine, and therefore it is not necessary to do what I explained. This way of cooking Congris is my way of doing it and the way I like it. There are many ways to do a Congris, and I have tried various, but I like my way more. I hope you liked the video, but don't go just yet. As I promised, I will show you 3 tasty variations that can accompany a Congris. Variation number 1. Now we will peel a cucumber and cut into thin slices. As seen, I have already peeled and cutted the cucumber. I will pass the cut out cucumbers to a plate so that I am able to use the board to cut out tomatoes. Now we will cut 2 tomatoes into thin slices as well. As seen, I have finished cutting the tomato and into thin slices. As is usual, we will wash the cucumber and tomato before using. For the salads, I like the natural taste of the lime. Some people prefer to use vinegar, but I like lime better. So I will squeeze half a lime on top of the cucumber and tomato. After squeezing lime on top of the cucumber and tomato, I will add in salt to taste. Now, we will adorn the surroundings of the ball of Congris with the slices of cucumber and tomato. To conclude with this plate, we will use zigzag movements to sprinkle oil on top of this plate that we have prepared. Variation number 2. For this variation, we will get 2 lettuce leaves. As usual, we will wash the leaves before using. Now that I have washed the lettuce leaves, I can proceed. We will put a ball of congri in the center of the 2 lettuce leaves. Now we will use a red pepper. We will cut it into thin slices, as I showed now. Now, we will enclose the congri with the thin slices of red pepper, just like I am doing right now. To conclude, we will use some dill leaves and place them on top of the congri, just as I am showing. Lastly, we will sprinkle oil on top of the plate. Variation number 3. For this variation, we will peel and cut a banana into thin slices. As seen, I have cut the banana into thin slices. Now, we will use Italian parsley. Here, I have it prepared in a small plate. We will also use red pepper and cut into thin slices. Now, in a flat plate, we will place a ball of congris in the center, just like we did with the other 2 plates. Then, we will surround the ball of congri with the banana. Then, we will put the Italian parsley leaves on top of the congri. Lastly, we will use the thinly cut red pepper slices and we will surround the plate. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe if you liked it.